Hi and welcome. In this video, I am going to show you how to configure a database mail in SQL Server. So, what is a database mail? It is a solution for sending email messages from SQL Server database engine to the personalized email. Using this database mail, your database applications can send email messages to your users. This message can contain query results and can also include files from any resource on your network. So, using this, you can get notifications of your scheduled jobs in the SQL Server, and also you can send your query results directly to your personalized email. Let me show you an example. So you can see this is my email inbox, and this message I got when the full backup job has been completed in my SQL Server database engine. And I also got another email which is the query results. You can see I have queried one table in a database. This is my database sample 201, and I have used a select statement to get these results. So let me switch back to SSMS and show you the results of the table present in the database. This is my SQL Server Management Studio, and in this I have a database sample 201, and in that I have student table. So you can see the results, the 11 results which are displaying here. I can email these results directly from my database engine to my personalized email like I have shown here. Okay. So in this video, I am going to show you how to set up database mail configuration in SQL Server. How to enable and configure database mail using database mail configuration wizard. We can do this using T-SQL queries and database mail configuration wizard, but using database mail configuration wizard is simple and it will not confuse you. So I am going to show you using the GUI method only, which is configuration wizard. So how to enable it? First, we need to enable the database mail XPs option to use this feature. So you can enable this option using two ways. One is using T-SQL queries and other using GUI. So this is a T-SQL script where you can enable the database mail XPs. So I'll show you this in SQL Server Management Studio, and using GUI, this also I'll show you. Okay. So let us go to SSMS. So this is my SQL Server instance. So I'm using SQL Server 2019 instance, but this is same for 16, 14 and 12 also. You can use the same options. So here first execute the statement sp_configure. Okay. So once we execute this sp_configure, you get the results here. So go here, show advanced options. So here by default I am getting only 18 options. So if it displays more than 18 options, you will find this database mail XPs option. So by default, if you are using for the first time, it will not show up advanced options. So because the run value is 0 here, so you need to make it 1. So execute this statement and then reconfigure. Execute this reconfigure, and now check the sp_configure. You will find the options has been enabled. Now I can see total 70 options because it displays the advanced options also, where you can find database mail XPs. Okay, and if you observe here, the run value for database mail XPs is 0. It means database mail is not yet enabled in the server. You need to enable this. How do we enable it? Using this option sp_configure database mail XPs. Just copy this and paste here. That's it. Okay. Execute this statement and this gets enabled. You can see this will turn from 0 to 1. And don't forget, you need to reconfigure it. once you have enabled it. And now check sp_configure. You can see the run value has changed to 1. You can see it is 1. Okay, the database mail XPS option. So now we have enabled the database mail option. Okay, and now go to management, expand the tab. There you can find database mail. Okay, so from here also you can enable the database mail XPS option. If you have not done this using T-SQL script, you can just go here, right click, you can get configure database mail, click on it, and then you will get the configuration wizard. Click next, and you need to set up the database mail by performing the following task. If you want to set the new database mail, if you already have a database mail and you want to change the accounts and profiles, you can go with the second option, but in this case I am choosing the first option. Once you click on next, it will give you a pop-up window stating database mail feature is not available. Would you like to enable this feature? Yes. Once you click on yes, the database mail XPS option will get enabled. No need to perform all this stuff here. You no need to perform all this if you are doing it using GUI. So I am just going with GUI. Yes, and here it will ask you for the profile name. The first step is to create a profile here. Give your profile name and then add your SMTP accounts. Let me give some name, profile 1, description, demo, and here add SMTP accounts. Click on this add. So here give the SMTP account details, mail account, and you can give any description here, and here you need to give the email address and how you want to display the name when you send an email to your personalized email or to the application specific users. And here you need to give the server name and port number. So here if you are using Gmail, Outlook, or public domain, you can give these details. For Hotmail, Gmail and Outlook, you can give the SMTP server name as smtp.live.com, gmail.com, and office365.com for Outlook, and port number will be 587. But if you are in your office domain or you are working in any organization, you need to work with your security team or technician or the network team to get these details, SMTP and port number. But by default, this port number 25 will work. If it doesn't work, you can get the details from your IT team or technical team. Okay, here I am going to use my Outlook account, and you can give the display name. I am giving the display name as SQL 2019 underscore alerts, and server name is smtp.live.com, and port number is, as I discussed, it is 587 for the public domain, or you can even Google the server name and port number to get the SMTP details of the public domain accounts. And here you need to check this tick box. And then there are 3 modes of authentication. One is Windows authentication, basic authentication, and anonymous authentication. Windows authentication, as you know, it takes the credentials from the AD Active Directory, and basic authentication is your email credentials, and anonymous authentication means it doesn't take any credentials at all. So I am going with basic authentication here. Here you need to give this the email address and give the password of your email, this email whichever you are giving here. Okay, the same password which you use to open this email account, and then click OK. So your SMTP account has been added here, and then click next. So like this you can add another profiles also, and this profile is accessible by all the users who has access to this SQL server instance. You can also create a private profile if you want. By going here you can see private profiles. You can set up the private profile here. Since this is a demo purpose, I'm just going with public profile. Select the account and then click next. Do you want to set up this profile as a default profile? You can change this option to yes and click next. Here it will show the account information. If you want to change anything, any value, you can go ahead and change it as per your requirements. So here I'm not changing anything, I'm just going with the default values. Click next and finish. It will show you the information, and you can click finish once you are okay with the settings. Okay, I am clicking on finish. You can see you have got the success message. So our database mail configuration has been set up. Now we are going to test the connection by sending a test email. Go to database mail, under management, right click on it. You can see here send test email. Click on that, and here you can type the recipient list here, and you can write the subject line and click on send test email. Once you click on this send test email, the email will be sent from your SQL Server database engine to this recipient. Okay, click send. You can see the email has been sent successfully. Let me open my inbox and show you. This is my Gmail inbox. You can see SQL 2019 alerts. This is the subject line, this is the display name which I have chosen, and you can see this is a test email sent from database mail on home_SQL 2019. That is the instance name. You can see the subject name also, test email demo 1, and you can also display query results here and send it to the email. I'll show you this. So this is a script. So first you need to know your profile name. So you can get the profile name from here, or you can also check the profile name under this management and database mail, and then right click send test email. Here you will get your profile name. So I have given profile name as profile name itself. That is the reason it is displaying profile_name. Okay, so here this is this script to send query results to your email. So here you see the query part. Use database name. This is my database and this is my query. Select star from car. This is my table name inside the database. You can see here this is my table. Let me query these results first and let me show you the output. Select star from car. And you can see there are total 3 records. So I want to email these records to the user. So I'm just going to execute this statement. Execute. Here profile name you need to give this name. Copy. And now execute it. You can see it has been queued. It means it will send it to the user. Once let me show you my inbox. So this I got an email here, you can see, and this is the attachment. When I open this, you can see the query results has been emailed to me. You can see those are the same results, Alto, Celerio and Wagoner. Fine. So this is how we set up. But you might ask a question, how do I set up this profile and alerts and everything, right? So that I'll show you in my next video, and I'll show you how to schedule a job and how to schedule uh, job period along with the notifications. What happens if a job fails? If you schedule a job and it fails, or if it succeeds, you will get an email notification. Let me show you here. So here I have a scheduled job. I have full backup. Let me execute this. So the job is executed. And you can see I got an email notification stating the full backup has been completed. The status is succeeded. Okay, so it will give you the job name and instance name where you can go back and check in the server if it fails. Okay, so I have executed and set up the profiles in another server. For demo purpose I have shown this server. Okay, so I'll explain you how do I set up this profile and alerts and schedule job along with notifications to my database mail profile in the next video. Please subscribe to my channel to receive notifications. Hit the bell icon. And here there are also few scenarios where you can query the mail results. Let me show you. So these are the queries. To check the sent email, you can just query this. Select star from msdb.dbo.sysmail_sent items. For unsent mail, you can use this script. For failed email attempts, you can use this script. Okay, and to view error messages, you can check the event log. So here you can see the results of these 4 tables. You can see the recipient details, subject line, and the status, if it is sent or if it is failed or if it has been queued. You can see the status here. Okay, so all this information has been stored in MSDB database, one of the system database of SQL Server, MSDB. You can find all these mail alerts and mail information, everything in MSDB. Okay, so in these tables and stored procedures, this entire information is going to be stored. Okay, so here are the few points about MSDB. Configuring database mail using database mail configuration enables the database mail extended stored procedures in the MSDB database. As I said, everything configuration and security information of database mail is stored in the MSDB database. We'll see a few benefits of the database mail. These are few benefits. It is so reliable, scalability, security, and supportability. If you want to learn more about these benefits, I am leaving a link in the description about the benefits of using database mail. You can read from the link provided in the description. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button and do subscribe my channel.